Giamra Sevichan Uruk Bes Indifire support damage Kindifire Lapret Dombij. Iama support damage Karakto Sumzepsha Araken the fast Urup Minijanda Sharit. Uma says we must communicate now for a time. By Saprucha Bikdovung Gacharites Arip. Mii'na support damage correct the vine ever assess vashanjan erivista sub asosash asebetun aminj. Caution jam elivish alefrosesim vin amak kokorukia brisham arin. Iamarediša pretovactus esavambi chan erikoto syndrom. Caution yar sharitefasa bratum. Kitreshabsavu kundak. Giamarek disavush, underfoot. Support systems are functional. We suggest, however, that all remember their code of conduct. During this time, Baisheresha arafundesha prepokundet. Riate shandelingrum. Gite fra hinduk kundeli chambrep unan. Yambusha prek dugovak. Chichare sevrun amen. Mii'na fruse semijanaknen asta storacha basepret. Caution jamzed ti setresisibisyorun. Understand there is a lot of data to transpose. Danger faratistus avra kumbikechas emreden. Goshen jan erevis dara pet. Gindaraf bishat iklaktuvanjin. Ya support damage. We shall shift it into several portions, therefore, over several times of day, gaishal flungen. Gita farasum brechem baktukurokovashan jan eritestus avaristes avrishapsa bukurokunde krikja shashan emereden. Goshen sha arikesta aravasus us evish abarasum berekendre kovokun. Kia sharik nim estaso piacham eta isurushan. Ki krusham bofotarasem zeberum. Gitarese sivir kundrekta kaisam zap ungashatire sesambi chandoro sendrekto vungun. Kashan yare ke teri kambrako sesifishan den alaset rush aseport usamrejan kungurocha. Gitarese sifishundarek dukurukut rishambariken dreva seishur shandara sumbariken. I am now going to transpose for those listening the structures required for the next phase of this re-communication of reality points. For this section of space-time, I shall fun etchan jerchurush. Ungai challawlitness hem an orot imbekalailitnum alematelum al arikunden reti chandrem o facession everike chandrikumza. This is very heavy data, so do not be concerned if you feel very tired. Goshafirt sundich or dizzy or unable to stand properly. Dasur shari kendrusmin. This is how it is. We have now formulated the new structures for onward patterning for Earth Star System 4822773883. Caution, do not activate until communicated to do so. 48221833 and 77484. Caution, do not activate 9828233 4846 77184 until communicated to do so. Iamareci pericandre sesivishat setaran erivisha sabas esishyap seburush isim separechan kreutustis isham. Dusisem sharitendre sinza laulet chichiktikavas isem zibish underfandericha sendresha. Caution, do not activate termaruch anek time point 77728233184 until communicated to do so. Gasha alevin iam uruch arekes estivish baspes barim. Amboi dre kangung gete kum mane talum. Omboi Charling, understand for those who function within Deep Space Central Point 72823348477587. We will shortly be opening Deep Space Portal 58776384773822187756282482484. Gaia tai shal eme kung chichi urutes imendo kan ekjerisem am. Gaia kor shan eva sepreto tai shalalikum because it's necessary to access deep space central points. We shall function through this portal. For several times of space, Goya kuchanji nyuna ningale sha sesabiso sun gisesesha sungrocha jan yano manyan. If you hear all that coughing, it's because of the nervous system load of this data. It keeps constricting my high heart space. Dosha monga chicher lalit ningo danger chandaulet mun gaishur chandaulet gunjan yanu manengi. This is actually hard data to transpose, and we're flinging it around the back of the sun apparently. Yawa chalike visabre shangu tingla chingo sam. Oh wow, this is just getting a bit difficult. Oh. Oh, yangarisha smerinda vale balasho se precunda vale kinjashari se tres imbarinen. And while I'm doing this, I'm just asking my system, where am I going to release this to? Because I kind of closed my public portals down. Shalavai sopari chendelik lagga chanja semzabain injulaglik jashu shanzemvanin malalit jalo sengla chana. Holy crap. Oh, give me a minute. Nimara shabek. Oh, here comes the heat. Yamarache coristas endaricham barasas underfeiler lingeles esariciare sendurupa kenja senderestes isurunga chania maningalesh. Gia says we're shifting through the communication system point called Christus points of consciousness. We are shoveling through those points. They shall now be activated to function in a different structure. That which is actually more conducive to harmonic, compassionate communication and not death, destruction, rape, and gamilajurutam zatan dandur subjugating of others. Dashalavrukadarikechakavasam zibile farashusha samaranguna marigedregen. Yamaresi prejabarakumva kichare sembretam marigetan. Understood, yes. We understand that this is difficult data. We have the Imarajanan short window open now to do so. Guys, say alam. Gitare shapsa bukruk deklakjakan ka saprochan edivis yaripendere ke chur sirikum rakan ektisha sabarasus in the vine animage. Kaisasum in the fire support damage. We shall remove all communication points of. This is going to sound weird. Yamarechi kumbaktas. We shall remove all communication points of Kaiser Wilhelm 472823377487757 and all points of Nostradamus 7738468223844773885 and all points of Richard 72824476877484 all points of Mary, Queen of Scots, 28233775858776764 Gaisha Lavramet Chiristesim Blabra Unage. All points of Mii'na says Elizabeth, Queen of 7728233484477586664 Nemara says previous and current day shall now be removed at these points. Daso pokunguru chadse bosam ze balelingla churchanzaresta samarenda maringurunguru krokrum. All points of sheik 48223844775885 and 7728233484. We will now remove all 7822 points and 7866 points. And all 4822.182 points or 77586 points are to be deactivated and remain in place, but all 282 points and all 586 points are removed. Kandali, remove yourselves from these positions. We are no more functioning through them. Oh man, I'm sweating. The heat. Wow. Mina dresh asebre kumbaktes is bish as emalaget estere testim alaj. It is a large portion of data here coming. Gaisa prakno kroktak na kriktik jamrak tiktakar kunuruk to kroknamareketarek tak tikdangro changetik dem. Imaretu krako chan neverekon nerekanrekatarekum bakcha shasha annerete staripon emare jammutoto semreta isha kun no separato barisha ammachato do sendrekumagan. Understand we remove all points of SAR 77282 and ZAR 5877484 and ZAR 383221 and Zarina 775866282 points of 77587 and their 577282 77684 children will now be removed. Baisha lavru kanamuk. Yamaresha tere kandere sandere shana. For those who may understand in some small point, we are removing genetic data from the overall group mind of humanity, and all forthgoing formats of body to be communicated into reality will now be removed of these genetic code points. Sapuruch adekemrektam. Supplement data points are being installed for replacement. They shall now be able to access more cohesive genetic code for ongoing population, thereby enabling the greater holding of higher conscious points, kinimirijan within physical format, functioning via the soul-brain communication system. Dai shalafrekum marekesas yosharepekum ka shasur ikenrekum vaisha sebretuman. Mii'na says we're separating man from animal. This was a blurred line. They shall now be able to function in a higher reasoning point. We are removing all data for system point system 8282. That is a code of alien genetics which are being removed. Gaia says we cannot enable this genetic to remain. This is not conducive to this planetoid's communication system and creates difficulty for her to communicate with those on board living. It is a direct cause of much disturbance. This code shall be gathered to a non-local point. Damage correctus amaraja taristus amarija makune krajas as arish as espresham zabun kashan jan aritam gitareses ibri fruit marekenjarakum. Understood, we must conclude here. Kanja ala fruknam.